Good evening, everyone, and it's a great Saturday night, and you are tuned in to DZRJ 8:10 a.m. and you are listening to Make It Happen with me, filling in for Myra and Cypher, Ernest Hernandez, and tonight we have a very special guest here on the studio, and we are already crazy. So anyway, actor slash singer slash director slash producer from Spain, and he has been here for about a year already, Mr. Kuya Manzano.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes. Es un placer estar aquí. Estoy encantado de estar aquí en Filipinas. Gracias.
Can you translate that in English? Anyway, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, in English I can. I think in Tagalog I cannot. So, well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Magandang gabi. So, yeah, I've been here 1 year, and I'm so happy, and I'm staying. I'm staying for good.
Wow.
I'm half Spanish, half Filipino. So I always wanted to be here in the Philippines and find my roots and learn Tagalog and feel what being a Filipino is. So.
All right. Okay, can you tell us more about your background before you came to the Philippines, and what are you doing here in the Philippines right now? So.
Okay, so I've been an actor and a singer for the last 14 years. Practically, I didn't do any other things. Yep.
14 years, how old
are you? I won't answer that question.
Okay.
I have a gap. I'm 27 to 35, whatever, you know.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, so I've been doing that in Spain, mostly musicals, a lot of zarzuela. I did opera, touring Spain, and then...
Opera?
Yeah, a little in Portugal, a little in Holland. And last year I was in China, in Shanghai, because it was the International Expo, right? So Madrid had its own pavilion, so we were performing every day to attract Chinese tourism to Spain. So, and it was so near the Philippines, and I was feeling so comfortable and so Asiatic, and I love the massages and all that. So
massages?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I had just 2 hours massage last night here, just
beside the building.
Yeah. So I love that. I have that every week. So I had to pass. Shanghai is very near, so I passed by Manila to say hello to the family. I auditioned for a play.
Okay.
And they got me. So no more excuses. After 15 years thinking I should come or I should not come to the Philippines, there's no excuse anymore because I'm hired. So I had to come to join Repertory Philippines here in.
And you were hired by Repertory Philippines, which is one of the biggest institutes here in the Philippines in terms of acting. And what was this play, or what is this project with Repertory that you're working on right now?
Yeah, well, we finished that. That was Susical. We were running for 6 months.
6 months.
In Greenbelt on stage, and then they invited me to join Peter Pan the musical also in Meralco Theater with Sam Concepcion.
Okay.
Yeah. So great experience. So, and after that, this is one of the weirdest jobs I could have done, and the one I'm most proud of, I think, right now, which was Noli Me Tangere, the opera in Tagalog.
In Tagalog, and you actually spoke Tagalog and the entire.
I was Ibarra. I was the lead role, so I had to memorize this whole book in Tagalog. Imagine.
Okay.
Like syllable by syllable, because actually. Of course, I knew what I was saying, but not word by word, right?
Wow.
So it was a big challenge, really, because I'm singing the lead opera role, but also because it's Tagalog, especially, no? And that's like my. Okay, you don't speak Tagalog, so now you're gonna learn in 1 month. Yeah.
As long as the job is there, you have to do it.
You have to do it.
You're a professional.
Yeah.
And how hard is it for you to adjust to a different language all of a sudden?
Well, I lived here from my 2 to 6 years old. So I believe in some part in the back of my head it should be there. So, and I was always good at languages, because also when I sing opera I have to memorize in Italian, right? So in other languages, but that's worse. To memorize in French is a lot worse than Italian. But it's all, even when I was in China for 4 months and a half, I started speaking some Chinese, because, well, you have to.
Chinese also?
Especially in China, because, I mean, if you're there, Chinese people don't speak English normally, and you cannot read the signs in the street. So I couldn't talk, I couldn't read, I couldn't understand. So Well, of course, it was a philosophical
Okay.
moment for me, but I had to at least talk with the taxi driver to tell him, hey,
Yeah,
stop,
yeah.
go right, go left,
Okay.
give me the bill. Like that.
Also, right now, you're based in the Philippines for good,
Yep.
and you fell in love with the Philippines, I guess.
Yeah, I love it. It's more fun in the Philippines.
It's more fun in the Philippines, indeed. So, right now, you have some projects coming up.
Yeah. Well, after Noli came a theater play with Carlos Celdran, Living La Vida Imelda, which was so fun.
Okay, and what is this about?
This is about the life of Imelda Marcos.
Imelda
Marcos,
Marcos.
like I said.
Okay.
So it was kind of because, well, if you know Carlos Celdran, he's very
Mhm.
politically intentioned. So it was a little dangerous, let's say, especially one day that the wife of Bongbong came to watch and some
Yeah.
relatives. We were kind of scared. But they laughed and they ended up giving
Just
a standing
imagine.
ovation.
I could imagine you portraying some roles of the Marcoses, and
Yeah.
they are watching.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, is this gonna be our last show? Okay, but no, it was fun. They were cool, and everybody. It was a great success. Actually, we're going in November to Cebu.
Cebu. Okay.
Yep. So great with that, and good. How do you say? Cheers for Carlos Aldran because I really think he's doing a good
Wow.
job in
And
the Philippines.
and how long will this show last? And when are you gonna perform? Where are you gonna perform?
Well, I just know it's in Cebu, and they're also moving it for Hong Kong because he's also related there. My next things here, I'm shooting a lot of movies. Okay, so
Okay.
because there's all these historical films right now,
Mm-hmm.
so of course they need Spanish in all the movies. So I'm the only born and raised Spanish. I'm the only real Spanish actor in the whole Philippines. So it's my perfect timing to be here, right?
Yeah.
So
I believe so.
I'm doing all these Spanish roles. I'm doing some Italian roles sometimes also.
Okay.
I joined Walang Hanggan like 2 months ago, imprisoning Coco Martin as an Italian, and now I'm gonna join another movie about Saint Jerome Emiliani, who's an Italian saint, and well, they required some Italian speaking and looking, especially because
Yeah.
of course that helps a lot.
Mhm.
And well, because Spanish and Italian are close, so that's another project. I'm in another movie about Pedro Calungsod, who is the second saint of the Philippines to be in October.
Okay.
So they need some priests and some soldiers in Spanish, so I'll be there. I'm in Lamang,
Okay.
which is
Wow.
shooting, yeah, with Rocco Nacino.
Looks like you're a very busy person.
Yeah, and I want to work in the radio, so yeah.
Oh.
why not?
Maybe we can guess you again soon, my friend. So, anyway, you looks like you're a very busy person right now. And my God, do you have plans in going to film soon, or like I attended the recent Cinemalaya, and there are a lot of good indie movies coming out, and hopefully. Are you planning to go into film soon? And
Yeah, I mean, all the films I'm doing right now, I'm like in 4 or 5 films. It's
4 or 5 films right
Yeah,
now,
right now.
simultaneously.
shooting. Yeah, they're shooting in August. I'm shooting 3 movies in August. So yeah, it's big.
You're the man.
It's so cool.
Okay, so
I'm happy.
what are these movies that you're shooting right now, and when are they showing?
Yeah, well, we just finished Ang Supremo with Alfred
Ang Supremo.
Vargas, which is the life about Andres Bonifacio.
Okay.
So of course I'm playing a Spanish soldier.
Okay.
And I like it because I have a scene I'm drunk and I'm really hitting Alfred Vargas and insulting him. And
Okay.
So
Wow.
it's really nice. It's gonna be nice with directed by Richard Somes, and he was like encouraging me because he loved my job. So I was going initially for half a day shooting,
Half a day shooting.
and they loved
Mm-mm.
it so much that I was 4 days there. Like every day they would go, "Oh, can you stay tonight and we'll shoot tomorrow? We're gonna add you in this scene, this scene. You can ad lib in Spanish." So I was, "Oh, cool, whatever." Even if, look, when someone really believes in you and encourages you, I can be shooting 22 hours, 24 hours, whatever, non-sleep, because
Okay.
because they really push you towards there. No, everything depends on how they're treating you, and that movie was fantastic. We were shooting the longest hours. Okay,
How?
we had fun.
Okay.
But when we finished, we all went together to drink some beer, and then we went all together to the beach. How about that? Crew and artist.
That is so cool.
That's working.
That's
fun.
that's like cheating. Everyone is like working so hard, and you are you guys are so enjoying it. I mean, just like what I do. I love what I do, and I guess that's the secret to life, and that's why you're successful right now is because you enjoy your job.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other point in working in life because okay, we always have a choice.
Yeah,
And you can,
I agree.
of course, if you want to have a security, you want to have all that money, whatever, okay, you can sell your life and be a slave to an industry and be unhappy. But what's the point? Maybe you're accumulating a lot of money, but what if tomorrow you get run over by a car? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not saying your people are gonna
Knock
get
on
run
wood.
over.
I'm gonna knock
But
on wood.
that happens the whole time, no? Because I've been looking at my family people, relatives die young or they have an accident, or so I said, why wouldn't I be the same? So might as well enjoy every day in your life. And
Yeah.
well, like 20 years ago, I'm starting to give away some data about age. No. But
Okay,
I
his
started
age is
young.
confidential, folks. His age
I was
is
a
confidential.
programmer, yeah, and I worked for like 3-4 months in a programming company, and I started having all these back pains.
Okay.
So I was too stressed, and I was unhappy, and I was envious of my friends that were doing this audition, this other audition. So I said one day, okay, this is it. I'm going for my dream, even if the artist life is going up and down the whole time. But I'm happier.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
you
use an
you
alarm
didn't
clock.
actually care of earning much, or as long as you're happy.
Yeah, and so far it works. In the last 14 years, some months I have, some months I don't have. Of course, I just have to learn how to
Balance
save
your-
for
yeah, save
when
money.
there's none. You know, but you can have a normal life, and the most important thing is you enjoy and you're happy. Of course, if you're dying of hunger, we're not talking about that. If you're dying of hunger, you'll do whatever to survive.
Yeah.
But I can choose not to have a Ferrari and have more cheap food or eat in a carinderia, and that makes me free to choose what job I want to do.
Yeah.
Even inside this industry, there's some jobs I want to do and some jobs I don't want to do. So I choose because I know some things are gonna make me happy and some things are gonna push my career and some are not, right?
Yeah.
So it's always your choice. Of course, if you want to have all that latest gadgets and everything, that's what makes you. That's the trick.
Okay.
That's the money trick.
Yeah, you have to earn. You have to save up to get that iPad that you
Yeah.
wanted, and the computer that you wanted, the PS3 that you wanted. So yeah, that's where savings comes in. So
I just hope PlayStation hires me for an ad, and then they give me a PlayStation.
it's a free PlayStation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe we can guess them here and give us some PlayStations.
Sure.
Anyway, okay, everyone who's listening right now, you can ask some questions to our guests at 897-8374 or 895-4460. Okay, that's 897-8374, 895-4460. Our guest for tonight is Kuya Manzano, an actor, singer, director, producer from Spain. Get to know him more. Okay, you have a website?
Oh yeah, it's kuyamanzano.com. Then you can look for Kuya Manzano in Twitter and in Facebook. There's a big fan club in Facebook.
He has 12,000 fans on Facebook.
Yeah, and most from the Philippines. So I'm so happy since I
Wow.
got here. Yeah, when I got here it was like 3,000. So there's like 9,000
Okay.
Filipinos. So super cool. It started with Nolly, but then all
Wow.
the pictures we're uploading, and because we're doing a lot of pictures with. Yeah, I have my official photographer hidden here.
Yeah, Marian is here. His girlfriend is here. So
Yeah.
everyone who's out there who's gonna ask me if he's single, he's taken, my friends.
Oh, she's listening to everything, people. She's stalking you.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're doing a lot of pictures with a lot of themes and starting to put some messages there, and people like it and share it. So cool,
Wow.
cool. Yeah.
Wow. That's a very big break. I mean, if you're going to be an actor in a Noli Me Tangere play, which I did in high school, and I'm not gonna tell you who I am there. So
Padre Damaso, right?
no.
Okay.
Never. No, but if you're gonna go for the Crisostomo Ibarra, you must be the best. You must be one of the best actors out there to play that role. And who's your Maria Clara?
Well, we had two. It's Elaine Vival
Mm-hmm.
and Myra May Meneses, who's well, they're awarded singers here in the Philippines and from
Mm-hmm.
UP and from Sinsco. So, well, it was a big team, and well, there were I had alternates also for Ibarra.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big company. I don't know. We were like kind of 30 there
Mm-hmm.
working. So big time. Actually, they're rerunning right now. They're doing a second run for their show in UP. I didn't join for this rerun because it's really far from my place. I live in
Yeah.
Malate, so UP.
Okay.
It's okay. So there. What's new coming? I don't know aside from the movies, but I'm happy having all these 4 or 5 movies which are gonna happen August September, and then
Okay.
they're proposing me a movie. It's tentative, but they're starting to talk with me for Cebu in January 2013.
Okay, when are these movies gonna be shown, by the way?
Well, ang Supremo's gonna be shown every moment because I think they wanted to get into Cinemalaya. They didn't get on time, but it's
Okay.
in post-pro, so it's gonna be shown
Wow.
any moment now. Yeah.
Wow. You have a lot of things going on in your life. I mean, some actors would even dream to have those projects now. So, but anyway, I have to ask you, Mr. Kuya, the man Manzano, what is your goal right now? What is Kuya Manzano after 5 years? What is your ultimate goal?
I wanna rule the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to be the president of the Philippines.
Oh,
I want
okay.
to create a religion where I'm the supreme god. Do you know the world might end in December anyway? So, well, will
well-
we be here after 5 years? Really?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, buddy, if we have to live life to the fullest every day. I mean, if I'm gonna die tomorrow, knock on wood, I at least I could say that I live my life well. So, whether if it ends, if that thing is true or not, I think every one of us have to live life to the fullest.
Sure. Actually, I mean, I tried to do that the whole time. We're here right now after we have a party in the Traders Hotel. They told us bring a bathing suit, so I guess there's a swimming pool there. Then we're gonna go out, some party also. I'm not okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a party goer every night.
Yeah.
But I mean, every day I try to make things. I do martial arts. I do jet kundo.
Jet Kundo, where?
There in Vito Cruz. There's
In Vito Cruz, yeah, I
the-
think I know the place.
the
Yeah,
Philippine
okay.
Association of Jet Kundo is there with the Shifu Joy Perico, and I'm happy there. It's a small place which
Mhm.
makes it kind of more authentic. I really feel it's the real deal there,
Okay.
and it's beside my place, so I think it was a sign. Bruce Lee was calling me from somewhere. Yeah, I believe in signs.
And
in
maybe
omens.
maybe soon when you get a fight scene in a movie, you can actually use those skills.
Yeah, actually, the Saint Jerome Emiliani was a soldier, and they were asking me if I was prepared to do stuff with sticks and fighting scene. I said,
Hmm.
yeah, it's gonna help me because I'm doing Jet Kundo, so they were impressed by that. But they also did kickboxing, Muay Thai when I was younger, some judo when I was small. So I love the fighting UFC stuff, mixed martial arts. Of course.
I gotta ask you also, Kuya. You're already getting all these projects, and you're getting known as a very good actor.
Thank you.
Yeah, 4 movies at the same time.
Yeah,
and
super cool.
yeah. Okay, so and what do you do still to improve yourself in your craft?
Well, I mean, my one thing I'm not really pushing so hard yet, and I want to, is my singer part here in the Philippines. Because of course, I did 2 musicals and 1 opera, no. But
Mhm.
that I finished the opera in December already, so it's been like 8 months now without really singing. I did some little concert here and there,
Mhm.
but I want to pursue a singing career here.
Okay.
So I'm open to Filipino composers, to
Okay.
let's go to a recording label and let's
Wow.
market this, no? Because
Can
why
you-
not? There's a lot of
Can you give us a
people that-
sample of singing online? Maybe there's some producers out there are looking for some talent, and
Okay, there goes my Tagalog, no? Maraming beses nakitang nilayasan, Iniwan at ibang pinuntahan. Parang babaeng ang hirap talagang malimutan.
Wow! Dude, you actually sang that like a Filipino.
I'm a Filipino! Pinoy ako!
Pinoy na
Pinoy
siya.
at siyang Pinoy.
Eh, wow! Wow!
Isang taon dito sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
So, medyo intindihan naman na. Di ba?
Wow.
Pwede. Pwedeng mag-memorize. Diyan, siguro.
Okay, so what do you if there might be like aspiring actors or singers there listening to us right now, and they would like to hear how they get started, and what advice can you give to these aspiring actors and singers?
Okay, I'm scared of giving advice, or some people told me, hey, why don't you teach in this school and this company? I said, well, maybe I'll teach when I'm 50 years old. I don't know. I don't feel I'm pushing my career myself. The thing is, okay, I have some starting actors friends of mine that they told me, hey, you in 1 year got to do so many projects, and maybe I'm here waiting for all my life, and I didn't get stuff really as fast as you. And I said, you know what? I have a need.
Okay.
I live by myself here, so I need, my only income is my job. I'm not getting support from my family in Spain or anything, or from my Filipino family. So I need to work to live. So I guess that's the biggest motor, really. So every day I'm sending resumes, every day I'm having interviews, moving stuff here and there, and not waiting. I mean, I create my own projects sometimes also.
Okay.
Because you cannot be waiting for a call from a producer, because that might not happen, or if it happens, it happens. Okay, maybe 10% of the times. Most of the times my job comes from people who know me, friends, or or me just going. When I audition, maybe they get me in, I don't know what, 5% of the auditions I do. So I have to do 500 auditions, so I'll get
So
it's a matter of statistics, really.
Rejection is part of it.
It's part of it, but I just think, well, it's not for me. If they don't get it, it's not for me. It wasn't meant to be. It's not, because there's a lot of things. It's not, look, you cannot feel bad when they don't get you. Many times it's not because you're bad or you're horrible or whatever. It's because the director there is looking for another thing. The client for the commercial is looking for another kind of sexy girl. It's that's not it. That's not it.
Not the sexy guy.
Yeah, because actors, actually, you don't have to be guapo or ugly, or you can be anything. You can be tall, short, fat. You need all kind of characters in a movie, so it's real life. So there's nothing.
I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions about acting, is that you need to be good looking in order for you to get a job on showbiz or on stage. It doesn't have to be, right?
Yeah, and actually many times good looking people are not great actors. I mean, it happens to, because many times there are models who jump into acting and things like that. So, of course, okay, yeah, I'll give an advice. Okay, if you want to be an actor, you have to study acting. If you want to be a waiter, okay, you can be a waiter without any training also, right? Because the same thing happens when with actors. But you'll be a great waiter, and you can get to work in a great hotel, 5 stars, if you study it. So as an actor, the same thing happens. Okay, you can be naturally gifted, even singing. You can be naturally gifted, but there's things that technique will bring you further. No, if not, you won't know what I'm talking about until you really start studying.
I know. Yeah. So anyway, we have to take a break, and when we come back, everyone will be having more of Kuya Manzano as he joins us in discussing our topic on Facebook, which is,
what's that? Sex in the office?
No. It's
kind
not
of like that.
It's not that. It's office romance. No or go.
Romance.
Good or bad. Office romance. Yeah. And that, when we come back here on Make It Happen on DZRJ 810 AM.
This is VOA News, brought to you live from VOA through DZRJ in Manila.
From Washington, this is VOA News. Syrian forces are targeting Aleppo as residents there prepare for an assault. And slow U.S. economic growth sparks more anxiety. I'm Robert Burns reporting from Washington. Syrian helicopter gunships fired on several neighborhoods Friday in the country's largest city and commercial capital, Aleppo, as the government prepared troops and armed vehicles for a possible invasion of the city. Aleppo-based activists said the helicopters were using heavy machine guns on rebel-held areas in and around the city. They said rumors are rife that the Army's elite 4th Division, commanded by President Bashar al-Assad's brother, Mahar, are preparing for a major attack. The United States and the United Nations have expressed fears of an imminent massacre in Aleppo, one of the Middle East's most revered cities. U.S. First Lady Michelle Obama has visited the U.S. Olympic athletes in London and a group of school children ahead of the official opening ceremony, offering words of inspiration to each. Mrs. Obama spoke at the breakfast for the athletes, shaking hands and sharing hugs with many of them. She told the athletes their country is proud of them and is rooting for them. Later, she spoke to some 1,000 children at the home of the U.S. Ambassador to Britain, encouraging them to eat well and get regular exercise as part of her Let's Move campaign. The first London Olympics gold medals in swimming will be awarded Saturday evening. Most eyes will be on American Michael Phelps as he tries to add to his legacy. The U.S. economy grew more slowly in April, May, and June as Americans cut consumer spending. Friday's report from the Commerce Department says the world's largest economy expanded at only 1.5%, the annual rate in the second quarter. That is slower than the first few months of the year and too slow to cut the high U.S. unemployment rate. The White House Friday said that slow growth was not good enough and that as a result there is a great deal of anxiety about the economy. White House spokesman Jay Carney also again urged Congress to enact several proposals that could help boost the economy quickly.
You've been listening to VOA News, brought to you live from VOA through DZRJ in Manila.
Here now is your Voice of the Philippines life coach, Nancy Reyes-Lumen, your adobo kitchen cook.
Here's an all-purpose, good-tasting cheese spread that's not so pricey but really tasty. Your friends will make you a queen for it. Use this on top of clams or oysters to be grilled or baked, on rice, on fish, on bruschetta, as a dip for crackers and crudités, on pasta, on soup, so many uses. Here's the recipe. Blend 2 cups of grated cheddar cheese with 1/3 cup of mayo, plus 1 tablespoon of superfine garlic, plus 1 tablespoon of liquid seasoning. Lastly, add 1/3 of a bar of softened butter and blend everything together. Store this in a glass jar till you're ready to use. This is Nancy Reyes-Lumen of the Adobo Kitchen on DZRJ 810 AM.
Testing, check, check. Mic test, mic. Microbial test, check. E. coli test, check. Salmonella test, check.
Ang daming check. Ganyan ng RightMed Lagundi. Checked 48 times. Developed through DOST, PCHRD, and UP Manila Near Prompt. Makulit kami sa quality dahil mahigpit kami sa mikrobyo. Ganon din ba ang cough medicine mo?
Check, check, check 48 times.
RightMed Lagundi. Lagundi made right. Available at all leading drugstores. Vitex Nagundo L. Lagundi Leaf is the generic name of RightMed Lagundi Stop Cough. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
RightMed Lagundi Stop Cough is available in 600 milligram and 300 milligram tablets. Syrup 60 and 120 ml. Right Med, may karapatang kang gumaling.
Tanong ni Bunso, Nay, 4 kaming inaalagaan mo. Tapos, nagtatrabaho ka pa. Bakit ang sipag-sipag mo? Bakit daw? Siyempre, kasi mahal ko sila. Buti may SSS Loan Penalty Condonation Program. Basta qualified, pwede nang bayaran ng buo o hulugan ng overdue loan. May bawas penalty pa. Bakit? Para buo ang benepisyo ko para sa pamilya.
SSS Loan Penalty Condonation Program. Mula April hanggang September 2012. Visit sss.gov.ph.
Hey, you can watch the sexiest band in the land. Band at Work performs at Bistro RJ at the Dusit Hotel this Saturday. See the hottest chicks sing your favorite hits. For reservations, call 519-8410 or 0921-649-1447.
We now return to Make It Happen on DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines. Here are your hosts, Myra and Cypher.
And we are back, everyone. I'm filling in for Myra and Cypher tonight. My name is Ernest Hernandez, and my guest tonight is actors slash singer slash director slash producer Kuya Manzano.
I'm here yet. I didn't leave because the topic right now is super interesting, right?
Yes, and our topic is office romance. No or go, good or bad. Okay, you can share your experiences. You can call DZRJ at 897-8374 or 895-4460. If you can relate or share to the topic, please do call. We have a lot of people messaging on Facebook regarding the situation, if they are gonna go for office romance. So we're gonna read some of them, and one is from David Delano and D'Angelo. We call him Triple D.
You know him?
Yeah, he's my Facebook friend.
Okay,
anyway, you want to read it?
Well, he says it's fine as long as it's a real romance and not just done for the sake of promotion or flirtatious acts. Real romance and real love is always good. Smiley. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask David Delano, D'Angelo, and the rest of the people listening, why is it bad if it's flirtatious? What's wrong in that?
Well, it depends what you want to achieve through flirtation.
Well, have some fun and do some sport. What's wrong with that?
I think if you're after a good relationship, it's good. But if you're after something else, like maybe a promotion or whatever, or just plainly just to increase the number of boys or girls in your list, that's quite evil. Okay, so anyway, we have more.
But the topic is office romance, not marriage romance.
Yeah.
You know, so. And especially in the Philippines, there's a lot of office romances happening in the call centers,
exactly.
right? So
Yeah.
they're parang it's a new breed, a new species, because they don't have all this scaredness about having fun with each other.
Okay.
And why would that be bad if a lot of our friends, a lot of our kapatids are just there working in call centers right now in the Philippines? So are they all wrong?
No, well, we'll get on to that now. So, but anyway, I have to ask you something, my friend. As an actor, okay, you have a lot of very beautiful actresses in films or whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes romance can start from there. I mean, if you're paired up with with the leading lady who's pretty, and you're going to do a kissing scene.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that you can fall in love with? Yeah, it's office, but it's also office when you act. And
yeah, it's working. And actually, with my way of acting, I cannot avoid that. I really fall in love and make the other person. I try to make the other person fall in love. Also, if it's a romantic scene. We're
Yeah,
doing
you have
like
to fall
every
in love
day.
with the person that you're doing it. So.
Yeah, I really try to kiss well, and you know, and be cariñoso even when we're not on stage, because what you're doing off stage affects what you're doing on stage. Imagine you're fighting with that person, and then next moment you have to be kissing. Come on, that cannot happen. So it cannot be separated. Really, you have to be also into that. You have to build a relationship.
So it's also possible to fall in love with your sometimes actors and actresses.
Yeah, it happens. Then in real life they're going out and they get married. Yeah, it happens. But I mean, even if it doesn't happen like for a long term, I think when you're working, at least, you should try to cultivate that kind of relationship. Really.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna read more comments on Facebook, and one is from Jackie Porto.
Okay, Jackie saying, I'm not sure of office romance if it's a good idea, especially if the couple ends up getting into arguments or if they end up splitting up. Well, actually, you never know that. Well, she continues, it sometimes gets in the way of doing your job properly, but I do know very few couples whose office romance ended up in the altar. So I guess it really depends. Well, I guess of course it really depends.
So if the relationship is already destroying your careers, you have to stop it.
Well, you have to stop the career, or you have to stop the relationship.
The relationship.
What if it's the love of your life?
You're gonna fight for it? I mean...
Yeah, you're gonna drop your job and you're gonna go to... Look, I had my cousin Maya Barredo was playing Kim in Miss Saigon in London, and she fell in love with the guy playing Chris, the male lead role. Okay, so when the company knew about it, one of them had to quit because it was bawal.
Okay.
They couldn't, especially because if both lead roles, romantic lead roles, imagine they have a fight out. It's gonna be reflected in the show. So one of them had to leave, so he left. And she stayed because she was the Filipina, and it's harder to find a Filipina, I guess, in the UK.
Okay. Anyway, well, I personally think that you can't really avoid it, especially with busy people right now. More and more people are staying in the office than the house. So, and they don't even go out. So you have a tendency to fall in love with your coworker. So. I think as long as it's not destructive, no. But here's another person that thinks otherwise. Her name is Monica Suarez, and Monica said,
absolutely not. It's never going to happen, right? There are a lot of circumstances at stake. Example, one career may be more successful than the other, which would eventually lead to a chaotic, jealous relationship. Careers succeed more when personal lives are inside closed doors. Oh my God, that's so radical.
So I think Monica's saying here that she wouldn't risk it. She wouldn't risk falling in love with a coworker. And
I mean, that's a theory. I mean, I always said, and there's a Spanish saying about it: never have like stuff happening in the same place where you're eating, right?
Yeah.
So okay, that's a theory, but if you're working with the same person every day, and then one day, oh, can I have that ball pen, and then you accidentally touch the hand of the other person, and then
there's
bad days,
electricity around,
and someone has to help the other person get over that bad day, and you're having coffee every day. I mean, well, the theory is very nice, whatever, but you cannot follow when there's chemistry.
Yeah.
There's something you can't avoid, and I think it's bad to avoid because it's there for you. It's a gift. There's a gift.
Love is a gift, my friend. Yeah.
And you're gonna
deny it,
so it won't come back to you. Maybe it's risky. If you treat love badly, love will treat you badly back.
I agree with you on that.
That's the secret. That's how world works.
Okay.
I'm a lot into the secret, really. What you give is what you get.
Yeah, same here, buddy. Let's talk about the secret later. Yeah. Anyway, my friend who is listening right now, I have to read her latest comment on Facebook, and she's gonna get mad if I don't. It's from Dre Abueg. Hello, Dre, and she said,
Where's it? Where's Triabway? Oh,
No,
down there.
down
Okay,
there.
okay, okay. I don't see anything wrong with office romance. Yeah, one that doesn't see anything wrong. Okay, as long as both parties know how to maturely handle the issues that come along with it, of course.
Yeah.
It could even be your sanity in a crazy workplace with a nasty boss. That happens a lot. A lot of people fall for the boss. Of course, it's power, and it's because everything's about that. What are we looking? Well, many times. Okay, I don't want to be sexist with this, but I think there's something in the nature of male and female. Okay, I think female look for a male that can protect them.
Yeah.
So it's the most powerful, the guy with the biggest car, the bigger muscles or whatever. and
Okay.
yeah, because that's something that we find in nature because
The bigger muscles.
she needs someone to give food and protect the children. And then what's the guy looking for? For the nicest looking and well, that's enough for a guy.
Someone who could take care of you, who would share your goals in life. I mean, who would support you in every way.
Yeah,
Yes.
and take care of your kids. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that happens. Well, it happens a lot now with the bosses, especially with girls falling for male bosses. It doesn't happen so much the opposite. You know, it's not something I'm making up. It's a statistic.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kuya Manzano, actor slash singer slash director slash producer slash love advisor.
God. Love program. Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Anyway, we have more comments here on Facebook, and one is from Ryan Sumo. Ryan Sumo said,
Already did it. Oh my God, he already did it. With who? Went pretty well. Then she dumped me. Oh. So I married her best friend. This is a true story, says Ryan Sumo.
Wow.
Also, with the amount of time modern people spend in the workplace, we said that, it only makes sense that they would meet prospective mates at work. There.
Exactly.
Of course, if I'm the whole time working, because we're working like 8 hours, 10 hours, and then we're commuting for 4 hours, and then so we just go home to sleep. Actually,
Yeah.
Many people. So you only relate with people.
You don't
there
have
in
time
the
to
office.
date if you have that kind of schedule,
Yeah.
right?
So if I have to be an office worker, I need to date the people in the office. Is that the conclusion?
Mm-hmm. And a friend just shared to me a while ago before going to the studio that, he married his coworker, and for 5 years they are in the same company. It's like, okay, you wake up in the morning, you see her, you go to the office with her, you have lunch with her, you go to the house with her, you have dinner with her, and it's like every day they see each other.
That's love.
But
That's true love. I hope for them, because if not, it's like hell.
Yeah, but but my friend was already telling me, and I won't say his name, but his wife is gonna get mad at me. But anyway, he said that I wish we were in different companies, so there will be like I get to be excited to go home and see her, or if we are dating, I'm excited for the weekend to see her.
Yeah, and you have new stuff to tell her about.
Yes, like what happened in work. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that excites the conversation, and sometimes when you are already in the car, I had a relationship before, and we were together for 4 days, and it's like on the 4th day we were just staring at each other in the car. I mean I'm just driving, and we were not talking anymore, and you know what? But
yeah, a relationship needs to breathe. No, it's like, okay, you can love each other so much, hug, but if you hug so tight, the other person cannot breathe anymore. You know?
Yeah, so at least and I guess for you guys to grow up, also you need to be apart for some time.
Yeah, to miss each other, because if not, you'll never miss.
Yeah,
miss the
and you
other
can learn
person.
more when you're apart also.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
explore
no.
life.
Yeah, no, and realize how much you really want to be with the other person, because sometimes you're the whole time together, you don't really appreciate that, right?
Exactly. So another one here is from Zach Bulatao, and he said,
As long as your relationship doesn't affect your professionalism, as long as your personal issues don't get mixed up with work issues, it's okay. Balance is the key. Overlapping everything could be suffocating. Okay, so this is like the Buddhist answer. To be in balance, right?
Yeah, but you have to agree also that I think there's some office policies already that if you're gonna marry an office mate, one has to go.
There, like in the theater example of Miss Saigon, I just told you. No, you have to leave because it can affect. It really can affect.
Yeah.
Imagine the day you're fighting because you always end up fighting someday, right?
Yeah.
So imagine
it's part of the relationship.
Yeah, and you're gonna ask for can you give me that information I need for, and she's gonna throw it to you, and everybody's gonna see that.
And it's gonna be humiliating.
Yeah, even imagine you're the boss and your wife is shouting to you in the office.
I know.
Yeah.
That's gonna be embarrassing. But yeah, so I think like in our old office, that was the policy. If you're gonna get married, or if you guys are gonna fall in love, one has to go, and it's usually the guy who goes.
Okay. So
it's like the martyr, okay, or the guy with the bigger salary, or the person who has the salary stays.
Okay. So it's all about money at the end.
Yeah. So, well, we can't blame them. They might not see a job that pays better or whatever. No, so.
No, it's better not to work together, definitely, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, but we're contradicting here because, okay, we say we have to date the... I just said we have to date the office mates, and then I said it's better not to work together. Okay, so you can date them, but not make a strong relationship.
Yeah.
If it's a strong relationship, it's better not to work together. If it's just fling, it's okay.
And,
office mates.
And guys, I think you have to comment on this. When you see your girlfriend... getting shouted at by the boss.
Oh my god, you want to beat up the boss.
You want to beat up the boss.
Oh my god,
you beat him like hell. I mean, what are you doing to my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Or my wife?
Cannot be.
So, I guess that's gonna be hard for the guys. I mean, no matter how... You might snap once you see that. So, anyway, as Zach added more, it says, office rules say that it should be avoided. Okay, yeah,
that's what we said, no? But you can't protect the heart or the brain
from a romantic assault.
Or other part of the body from a romantic assault. That's what I said, no? Zach didn't say that the last part, yeah. What's IMHO?
In my honest opinion.
Okay, I have to learn that. As long as it doesn't affect your work negatively, I guess it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. And we have another one from Brian Shaw, and he says,
I prefer a no to a yes. Simply, well, that's sad. Okay. Simply because you can work better together, but when something bad happens, it can destroy your psyche at work. Wait, I have to understand that.
It can destroy your psyche at work.
Okay, you'll go crazy there because something goes... Yeah, we said that, yeah. Working together in a creative field or business is oftentimes good. Okay. If a relationship starts from the workplace, it should bloom well outside of it, not in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so start it inside and bring it outside. But what if... No, but some it's the same conclusion. Someone has to leave then. No, that's what he's saying.
Okay. Unfortunately, my friend who married someone in the office, they don't have that policy, So they chose to stay. Well, but if you're in sales, like if you're a guy, if you're a guy and you're in sales, you meet, and when you're in sales, the good-looking people are usually there because you're selling the company, and when you're in sales and you see other salespeople from other companies, especially from the opposite sex, and your wife is watching you close a deal, and
you cannot work properly.
Sometimes those ladies could be flirtish. For them to close the deal, and would the girlfriend stand it?
No, she won't let you work. Actually, when I think sale people have to be a little flirtuous. I don't know if flirtuous, but for sure they have to seduce the other part.
Exactly.
You're seducing the client one way or the other, so you have to smile
Yeah,
and be
so
close and
they'll wear
captivate
the
them
micro
and-
mini skirts, a plunging office.
Yeah. And then you end up buying it. Why? You don't know why you bought it. You don't
Yeah,
need it,
you
but
end up
bought
there.
it, so
Like,
that's for some
okay, what
reason.
did I do? What did I spend on? Okay, so okay. So anyway, we have more. We have from Marco de Guzman.
It's like politics and religion. Never mix them up. Okay. Well, but
It's a
that's pretty
simple
mixed
no.
up here in the Philippines, I think.
Mhm.
Isn't politics and religion so mixed up here in the Philippines? Oh, so you're saying it shouldn't be, you know?
Yeah.
There's a politic message after that phrase there.
Okay, another one here from Epoch Carvajal. Claraval. Okay.
I had a good relationship with an office mate once. We had our moments, both good and bad. But see, that's like any other relationship, right? Not because of the office. And then he says, but in the end, she told me she had to let me go because my contract
was
about to expire. Oh my god.
That's so sad. So you just love the person because he's there. Okay, so
Well,
wow,
yeah,
he
if
actually-
she's gonna be replaced, and okay, I understand that girl. Let's say, sorry for you, my friend, but she's just in the office. She just relates with people in the office. So if the boyfriend's gonna leave the office and she's still gonna be the whole day in the office, and she just goes home to sleep,
Yeah.
she'll need someone in those hours to make her feel happy.
Yeah.
Right. So, what's the use of a husband that works in some place I never see him? Well, it happens the
Yeah.
whole time. If the husband is I'm sorry, but if the husband is the whole day traveling out, someone's helping out there with your wife, I guess.
Something funny happened here in Facebook. Someone asked the one who commented a while ago, she didn't wish you the best in your future endeavors? And he answered, the only thing I remember she told me was meeting adjourned. Wow. That's some story there. I mean,
I think she was a little fetish.
Yeah,
about
well,
those
you know.
working thingies. I think you're better right now. Oh.
you're in a better position. Okay.
How many women per man are there in the Philippines?
I think it's 1:4. More men than women.
Okay.
So
there's 4 men for 1 woman.
no,
here?
one male for 4 women.
Okay. Well, okay, so
I don't know. I have to check my sources yet, but that is what I remember. I think that's the worldwide
in Spain
ratio.
it's 1 man for 7 women.
Wow.
And in Madrid, where I live, it's 1 man for 9 women.
Wow.
So wow, it's pretty
girls are
hard.
ruling Europe. Okay, so yeah, and anyway,
At the end, it's gonna be like in Jurassic Park. It's all gonna be females. They won't need the male anymore, and they'll just fertilize themselves. Actually, it already happens with some crocodiles or something.
okay, I have another one here from Daisy Espinosa. It's in Tagalog. You want me to read it?
Yeah, I cannot.
Okay, I think wala namang masama sa office romance, walang masama sa love, as long as hindi maapektuhan ng trabaho. Lahat naman may consequences, so deal with it. No perfect relationship, but a perfect love. Okay, so yes, I have to agree that you have to think twice, thrice, or more than 10 times before you're gonna engage into this, because of course there will be consequences, but you have to think positive also that, hey, you're falling in love. That's not bad.
And you have to take a chance. You know, you have to
Exactly.
jump into it because you never know what you're gonna miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes I fought so much with a couple, but it was the best romance I had ever. You know, because you fight, but then when you reconciliate, and the most fighting many times is the most passionate romances. So I don't want a boring thing that's all calm, and then I don't know what to say anymore. You know, you have to have a little sugar, a little salt. You know, it's fun.
Wow. And the last comment here is from Joy Ognita.
It's a no. Oh, well, but it's so Tagalog kasi mahirap lalo ng pag nagkaroon ng love quarrel. Hindi sila
Kaya ba yan? Makakapag-ayos, better na friends na lang kaysa romance. At least, magtatagal sila for sure. Yeah. So, again, consequences, you have to analyze it. Okay, so anyway,
There's no rules.
Mm-hmm.
There's no rules, and nobody knows the future.
Yeah.
Even if you follow the perfect rules with the office mates or out of the office mates, that won't make sure that after 2 months or 3 months you're still gonna be happy with that person, you know. And there's nothing's forever, I think also.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Even like old days people, like our lolos, maybe they stayed together forever, but nowadays people don't do that anymore. Well, I don't know what's the point. They marry and then they divorce after 1 year. So what's the purpose of marrying and all that stuff anymore?
Well, sometimes you have to risk things in life. I mean, it's so sad. So some people always tell us about the girl that got away or the guy that got away. You know, I think it's better that you risk. I mean, that's life. It's life. Are you gonna risk a job for eternal love? I mean,
and then when the eternal love is over, because it will be over.
That's not eternal.
Well, that's eternal. Yeah, and you never know if it's gonna be or not. No, so you have to take the risk. Yeah. I mean, you have to take risks every day. You have to take decisions every day, and you drop stuff.
Okay, so we'll make our final statement on the topic. So I guess, guys, you just have to analyze the consequences. But from the point of view of our comments here on Facebook, is that sometimes you have to analyze the situations and take it from some experiences of other people that because you're gonna risk your job, and you know, you could do it, but you have to think also what is what is at stake here.
But it's about following your mind or following your heart, actually.
Yeah.
Are you following your job or are you following love?
Yeah.
This is a very philosophical trend, actually.
Okay, anyway, we're about to wrap everything here in the studio. And Kuya Manzano, anything that you want to promote or say or greet anyone out there that who would love to see your shows or whatever?
Well, thanks for everything. Right now I'm trying to move my Spanish film. I directed a Spanish film last year and I finished it here, so it has English subtitles, which is the web is Película Cambio de Sentido. I'm sure you won't get that, but
wow.
Look for it. The English title will be Changing Direction, and it's a science fiction fag film. So I'm trying to move it here in the Philippines. Let's see if we get a market or we get even DVD or something for a Philippine distribution company. So here we are, Changing Direction, the movie.
Okay. And you're looking for
love.
No.
What am I looking for?
You're looking for a producer, by the way?
I'm looking for a distributor.
Distributor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For TV, for sending it worldwide, festivals.
This is content. By the way.
Content,
like film.
It's a feature film. Yeah, it's 104 minutes. Yeah, it's shot in HD, and it's a comedy, and it's criticizing a lot of stuff.
You did comedy, wow.
Yeah, it's
one of my dream jobs. I mean,
yeah,
doing comedy. I mean, you just make
You're
people
funny
laugh.
na.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're laughing here the whole afternoon. So, yay! Congratulations, you achieved your dream.
I'm a comedian. Okay. Anyway, well, it's already time, and just wrapping things up now. Thank you for everyone who's listening on Facebook, on the radio. Okay. Thank you for Miss Dean Hernandez. Myra, get well soon. Cypher also. Zari, hope you guys are listening. And wow, I have to greet my cousin who's celebrating his birthday.
Happy birthday!
Reggie Ocampo. He just entered the mad 30s. Okay, so happy birthday, my cuz. I would like to greet my dad, Toti Hernandez, my sisters, Chinit and Chiki, my nieces, Nikki and Jamie, my mom. I can't forget my mom. I mean, anyway.
I have a greet. My father-in-law. That He just won the Philippine National Award for Inventions for the board game
Wow.
Challenge 21.
Okay.
That's big time.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, Kuya Manzano, for joining us tonight here on Make It Happen. We hope to
pleasure.
have you again soon. And wow. Okay, everyone. Just if you want to contact Kuya Manzano,
KuyaManzano.com.
KuyaManzano.com, like him on Facebook, and yeah. And here we are wrapping things up, and we will have another great show again for you guys next week on Make It Happen. This is your host, Ernest Hernandez, saying goodbye and have a great evening and have a great weekend ahead of you.